Good morning and a happy Monday. We are breaking in to give you the latest information on Tropical Depression 2. As of 4 a.m., not much has changed. This is still classified as a tropical depression with winds of 35 miles an hour, gusting to 40 miles an hour, and essentially stationary in the eastern Gulf, right beneath Panama City and moving around 3 miles an hour. So here's the latest track information. We continue to remain in the cone as New Orleans and southeast Louisiana will see minimal impacts from this system. And timing has not changed much either. The system is going to remain slow moving, but is forecast to become Tropical Storm Bertha over the next 24 hours. So we'll be watching for this. You'll note our forecast notation of tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. showing winds of 45 miles an hour. So the classification on tropical storm status is 39 miles an hour. This track is a little bit further north than we saw with the last one, coming inland just south of New Orleans proper and continuing westward along the Louisiana coastline. Now, the good news is a lot of this system is on the eastern side, and therefore its center may bring a lot of the impacts a little bit further south of land. So we could see the majority of these impacts over the coastal waters, and that will probably bring a heightened coastal flooding threat and a wind threat compared to our rainfall threat. So you'll notice on the satellite and radar picture, we're still seeing a lot of spin in parts of Florida. There is heavy rain moving onshore, and we've also got a little associated energy just south of the southernmost tip of the boot here beneath Cocodrie and Buras. So we'll continue today to watch this system as it moves into the warmer waters of the Gulf, tracking west. That's going to give it the opportunity to strengthen a little bit, but there is still a lot of drift and wind shear, which is going to keep the system weak overall. So right now, you do have tropical storm warnings flying just south of Port St. Joe, a tropical storm watch in effect from Port St. Joe through Panama City up to Pensacola and even Mobile. And that means you could be experiencing these tropical storm conditions within the next 48 hours. Here's our precision cast. I want to show you as we move into tomorrow morning, most of the heavy rain is going to stay offshore. We're going to have a lot of associated cloud cover with this system off towards the east near Tampa and up through the Florida Panhandle. But our impacts will stay minimal until we get into Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. That's when the wind speeds are going to start to pick up. And the winds are going to be somewhere around 20 to 25 miles an hour, maybe 30 miles an hour with some higher gusts. So it will be windy on Wednesday, but we're not going to see anything super extreme. Now we'll be watching to see if the center of this system stays a little bit further north or south. It just depends on its eventual track. The further north it will be, the more significant our winds. The further south will have more of a coastal flooding concern because that easterly direction will likely push a little bit more water inland. So we'll probably be getting a better idea of surge numbers as we look to the rest of your afternoon. And of course, we're going to continue to update you. But you'll notice landfall, so to speak, may not necessarily occur. It just depends on where the center of this storm sets up. If it's south enough, it could be just offshore. Certainly going to be a little bit rough for marine conditions. And we'll see how quickly this tracks out of here as well. Looks like the majority of impacts should be moving away from our area as we approach early Thursday. So let's put this precision cast into motion just a little bit tighter as we head into the rest of today. We'll have the possibility for a couple of quick passing showers, but nothing really problematic. A little bit of cloud cover as well, so it should be slightly less hot than we were over the weekend, but we do have another heat advisory going into effect at 10 a.m. this morning. Like we were dealing with all weekend, we could exceed the 108-degree feels like temperature. As we head into the afternoon, again, most of these showers will be quick in passing. We'll have drier conditions in place. So if you do have to clear your catch basins or maybe secure something that is loose and could become debris, today will be a great day to do it. Then you'll notice as we look to tonight, some of those very outer western bands could be a little bit closer to our area. So we'll be watching how quickly this moves and if it just continues to slowly progress westward. That would be the situation where it would gain a little bit more strength because of the warm water. Heading into tomorrow afternoon, again, a couple quick passing showers, maybe through Houma, Thibodaux, and LaPlace, but still mostly quiet in New Orleans proper. And then we'll be watching for the onset of those initial winds Nothing strong, but somewhere between 20 and 30 miles an hour more than likely as we head into tomorrow. And you'll notice here, we're already picking up on a little bit of the center moving our direction as we head into the very early morning hours of Wednesday. So I think altogether the impacts here are going to be pretty minimal, more significant to our southern areas and near the coastline. Again, your wind gust forecast really not showing bad numbers in New Orleans proper, somewhere between 15 and 22 miles an hour as we look to tomorrow, and then pretty consistent, maybe a little bit closer to 30 as we get into Wednesday. But we will be watching for the possibility of this to strengthen a little bit more as it gets into the favorable environment for warmer water in the Gulf. Of course, we're going to be tracking this all morning long and have plenty more information on air and online coming up on the WWL Louisiana Morning News at 5. Stay with us.
This has been a severe weather alert from WWL Weather, sponsored by Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services.